Hi, I'm Dan Landrum from Dulcimer Players News Magazine and dulcimerschool.com. I'm standing here in my garage today because I want to show you how to make a quick project that can help you improve your hammering skills. This is described in an article that's in the Winter 11 Dulcimer Players News Magazine, and there's exercises described in that article as well. I'm going to demonstrate some of those for you in just a couple of minutes, but first let's take a look at making a practice pad out of a mouse pad. You can get these just about anywhere. You can get them at discount stores for about $1 these days. If you flip them over, it makes a great surface to practice on and work on your hammering patterns. So again, I'll show you how to do some of these patterns in a minute, but first let's make one. It's really pretty simple. We're just going to take our mouse pad, look at it horizontally, and then we're going to divide it into half vertically, and then divide each half into thirds vertically, and then we're going to divide the entire pad into thirds horizontally. So my pad is 9 inches, so I'm going to make a mark 4.5 in. There's my half, and this isn't rocket science. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to eyeball this and divide it into thirds. Again, it really isn't that important that they're just right. Just want to get them kind of close. Divide this one into thirds. Not perfect, but it'll work for what we're trying to do. And then we're going to number it. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let's take a look at how to use it now. I've moved in here to my office at my desk so that I can show you how I would use this on a practical day. Perhaps I'm working on some video and that video is going to take 15 minutes or so to render, and I've got a few minutes. If this practice pad is nearby, I can actually work on correcting some weaknesses in my playing. Let me first show you how the practice pad is set up. I'll show you how we put it together. I'm covering up the place where the left hand goes now. So this is the half for the right hand to practice. I'm covering up the place where the right hand goes now. So this is obviously the place for the left. You notice on each side there's a 0. That 0 is where the hand that you're not really focusing on right now is going to rest. It's the drone spot. And then the hand that you're really focusing on is going to be working these numbers. Remember, we labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's that way on both sides. So I'm going to zoom in now and show you some practical ways to apply some rudiments to practicing on this. How it can show you weaknesses. We all have them at some speed with some rudiments. And also how it can help you overcome. Here at my desk, I've placed the practice pad on top of a small notebook so I get a little bit of an angle. It feels a little more like I'm at a dulcimer. I'm going to be playing a single stroke roll. If you don't know what that is, it's one of the Percussive Art Society rudiments, and I teach a whole method of learning to play hammer dulcimer using those rudiments. I won't have time to teach them in this lesson. I want to show you how to use this practice pad, but a single stroke roll is just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You do those motions all the time on the hammer dulcimer, and the instrument forces you to move your hands around to different places. Well, this numbering system on the practice pad is going to force us to move in very certain directions. So it'll work like this. It's as if we were counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. But I don't want you to think of those as beats. I want you to think of them as positions. Because sometimes we'll go, starting with the 0, will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the ands is when I'm hitting the numbers. What that forces you to do is an out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in kind of pattern, and an in, out, 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 or in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4, in 5, 6, in 7, in 8. That was moving clockwise. Now, you want to do the whole thing with your left hand as well. By the way, these exercises are in the Dulcimer Players News Magazine. I hope you'll check it out. It's the Winter 2011 edition. So I'm going to get my left hand single stroke roll going. Out, in, 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 out, in. Now, it's hard for me to describe, but as my left hand moves down around to the left-hand side of the circle, I have to concentrate a lot more. Well, that means that's a place,
if I'm playing my hammer dulcimer and I have to reach over this way, there's a pretty good chance that there's a hole in my motor skills moving in that direction. And practicing it on here is the kind of thing that can help you fix that. So there's dozens of exercises. I just want to show you a couple. So the single stroke roll, again, you can practice in, out, 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 and then reverse it. In, out, 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 in, out. Same thing with the left. So I felt some hesitation as I had to move around to the left-hand side of the circle up this way. Cannot tell you why that happens, but I can tell you that I've noticed that when I have that motion and I'm playing hammer dulcimer, that's a weak spot. This kind of exercise will help you fix that. Then you can do a little more complex things like paradiddles, which are right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Watch what happens when you start to move those around the circle. I'm going to drum with my left on the 0, go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, 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 right, left, right, right. So it's the moving. You'll find that when you move that in opposite directions, and then when you work your left hand, both clockwise and counterclockwise, that you'll find places that are difficult. I could spend hours in here discovering my own weaknesses, but it's your turn. I hope you'll make one of these. Take a look at the article in Dulcimer Players News Magazine, and it describes this in more detail, but I just wanted you to get a chance to see how low-tech it is and how simple it is. When you try it yourself, I think you'll experience the same thing that I do. It helps you find weaknesses, and it also gives you a very practical way to work on those weaknesses and see yourself improve. As I mentioned in the article, don't forget to do this with the metronome, and it's really fun to also do it while you're exercising. There's a photograph there where it shows you where I have something like this, very similar to this, hooked onto an elliptical trainer that I use almost every day, and I practice these exercises while exercising. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and do email me. Let me know if you gave this a try. Dan@dpnews.com. Thanks.